Hey, it's Tom from Pack Hacker, and in this video, we're taking a detailed look at the Bellroy Venture Ready Sling 2.5 liter that I've been testing over the course of the last 3 weeks. I've taken this thing on a trip to New York City and Florida, and it is quickly becoming one of my favorite slings. So let's dive in and I'll show you why. All right, so kicking this off on the outside, I really love the feel of this fabric. It's got kind of this like grid feel, but it feels like slightly rubbery, but not really. I don't really know how to describe it, but I personally love the feel of it. Our writing team is not in agreement with me though. Everyone, 3 people to 1, being me, do not like the feel of this fabric, but I love it. Maybe I'm just a weirdo, I don't know. We have YKK zippers up here. These are actual AquaGuard. The whole thing that Bellroy is trying to do with their Venture Ready line is make it more ready for the outdoors, pretty much. So you're gonna see tough, durable fabric, you know, a lot of tough kind of materials, and then weather resistant zippers here. 2 YKKs are here, and then 1 just regular reverse coil zipper is here. But we do have a bit of a fabric well here that's just gonna help cover that zipper up and protect it from moisture. What else is going on the outside of this thing? Well, there's a logo right here, Bellroy logo, nothing too crazy there. And then we have very pullable zipper pulls too, which is really, really great. And yeah, other than that, very simple outside. I guess one thing that kind of happens is you sort of have like an attachment point. I'll get to the strap in the next section, but this creates an attachment point for a thing like a hero clip or a carabiner, something you can stick to the outside of your sling. Okay, so the harness system here is pretty simple. Again, like I just said, we have those 2 pieces of fabric going here. And one thing that does is it's angled, so the sling sits very nicely on your body. Then it also kind of pulls against itself and can compress the sling down if it's more empty. So that's really great. This has like a seatbelt-like material. It is soft to the touch, but still relatively stiff, so it's not flapping around all over the place. We have some aluminum adjusters here, which I think, you know, work really well. And there's like an aluminum little piece here that holds that strap to where the loop is on the bag itself. Really like the quality, high quality feels here. And then we have the fidlock buckle, which you saw just kind of came off there pretty easily. And it's not gonna come off in your day-to-day use like that often, but I had it come off 2 times while I was using it. That is my probably least favorite part about this sling. And I think with slings, it's like, just stop using the magnet buckles, right? They're gonna come off, you know, to some way, shape, or form. Now, if this was like a motorcycle review channel, I'd be very terrified of this. And I know travel, sometimes you're on a moped, you know, maybe sometimes you're somewhere where this definitely needs to stay on. But for me, just walking through the airport, it happened one time, and I just magnetized it back and clipped it on, and, you know, worst case scenario, it's just gonna fall off. But that being said, it is still an annoyance that this thing isn't completely buckled in a permanent fashion. All right, so I have the sling in my preferred place when I'm walking through the airport. So I typically have a backpack on my back, and then I've got this just right down here. It's very easy to look inside and get a look for things that are there. You can see we have just a little bit of strap left if I wanted to loosen it up even more. And again, the way the strap is attached here at that angle really makes it fit nicely on the body. Of course, if I flip it around, we can have it in the back too. This is usually what I'll use in everyday carry mode. And then if we choke it up, you know, it's gonna sit like this on my body as well when that strap is tighter. And you might want this if you're like running. So I was running on the beach one day while I was in Florida, and I got it really tight to my body just so it wouldn't bounce around. All right, let's talk about the secondary pockets, starting with the ones in the front. I really, really love this setup here. So it's kind of cool. You have this divider here, which at first for me, I was like, it looks like a lot of extra fabric, but I like that this design. Like, it kind of opens up further on the inside here, tapers off on the sides. And then this divider, you know, this thing actually opens up and you have quite a bit of capacity here. I mean, you're still gonna need to bring it back to get this thing zipped up, but it goes quite a bit of capacity here. And then this reinforces it and stops it in the middle. So it plays double duty. It both stops this from folding and going out further, and then also creates a divider between these 2 pockets, which are really handy. The left side we have, I've just got like my key clip here, so that's really nice. If I have it oriented to where you saw me kind of having it down by my hip, there's enough space to keep it on the key leash and open my condo door when I get home from a trip. YMMV though, you know, it just depends on where you wear this. If I'm wearing it up on my chest, I want to pull these out with my keys. I'm going to be bending over or taking these off the leash. Plastic clip there, and then we have the paracord similar to the zipper pulls you see on the outside. We got some heat shrink there, so it all feels very nice. Very venture ready, as one might say. And then we open this up, and then we've got, you know, just some little trinkets and items inside of here. Again, AirPods just there, and then just a couple of other items that I like to take with me when I'm traveling. Can't go anywhere without some high chews if you want a little snack. And then we just have like chapstick there. So really like the division here and the segmentation. I think it's really great. Next secondary compartment is in the back. We talked about earlier, there's a fabric welt that kind of holds that up. I've just got a mask in here in case I ever need to use it when I'm traveling. And then I've just got an air tag down here at the bottom too. Also a great place for, you know, a passport or a small field notes notebook if that's your thing, if you want to put it there. Now opening it up to the main compartment. And again, I really love this sling because of how comfortably it fits. Again, that's this angle at which this is and where these are attached really helps with that. And then I love the organization. At 2.5 liters, I think it's like the perfect sling for travel, at least for me and what I carry. Love these little zippers on the sides too, so you can just get access to one side if you just want to grab something out. You know, each side can open up. So put those all to the side, you know, access each side, throw them all aside, open it way up. You know, the options are endless here in terms of access. So opening this up, you can see we have this little mesh kind of hammock, and that's where the sunglasses go. So I've just got some News optics up there. They're very thin. Again, I think with a thicker pair of sunglasses, this might be a little bit trickier because if this is bulged out so much, you don't have a ton of space on the bottom, but I like that it's elevated so it keeps, you know, some stuff out of the crush zone. Inside in the middle, I've just got these 4 items. I've got some stickers and patches. Shout out to Nick at NYU. I know I saw you and I gave you one of these while I was in New York. So if you ever see me, remind me to give you one of these. I seem to always forget, but whenever I see someone and they say something, love to share with them. And then I have my wallet in here, and then just some, like a fork and a spoon, pack of gum. All that just kind of floats around here in this main compartment, and you can see a little bit more closely now with this mesh going on here that doesn't go all the way down to the bottom. Cool. And then on the back here, it's just a power bank and a field notes on the back. And this is probably a good area too for your phone. So I'll just pull that out of my pocket and pop it in here. I usually just keep my phone in my pocket. I like to have like, that's the only thing in my pocket when I'm traveling, and then everything else goes inside the sling. And then, you know, when I'm going through security, I'll just toss it in a bin or like in the quick access pocket of my bag, but that works well there too. And the reason I wanted to try it with my phone here and just show you right now is because this divider is padded. So it's got a little bit of padding to it. It's a soft backing here that's gonna be, you know, working well on your screen, things like that. So yeah, I love the size of this thing. I think it's got like the perfect amount of pockets. It's like the perfect size for me. I can wear it all flight and not get uncomfortable. Wear it on the front of my body with a bag on my back when I'm kind of, you know, backpacking, sling traveling. And I really love this thing. So I'd highly encourage you to check it out. You know, before this, my favorite was probably the Air Day Sling 3. And now I think, I mean, it's close. It's a close battle, but I'm really loving this one, and I really enjoyed having it on my last trip for the course of 2 weeks. So there you have it, the Bellroy Venture Ready Sling 2.5 liter. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next video.